So, welcome to Chad Week Day 3.
Chad Week Day 3. I had my thing in my hand.
What was your thing?
I had my thing in my hand.
I don't want to know
It
about
was
you
all
having
the
your thing in your
questions.
hand.
Chad! Come up here, you trash pan.
Chad, did you bring us games of chance or just a good whiskey?
No, I thought that I would come with a peace offering this time.
Thank you.
And, skip over some of the MBs that have sent some stuff in. And
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
You line jumped about 50 MBs.
Yeah.
So,
Now, when you edit videos, you can do that.
when I decide whether or not this is a good whiskey, I will decide whether or not it is an adequate peace offering, because to date, you have screwed with me, which has been very disappointing.
Are you talking to the Chad?
And I want to know how many times I have to do this before it falls. How
many questions are we going to get about the bubble?
What the this is?
What the bubble's
Oh, it's the MB Roland.
MB Roland.
So, not named after Magnificent Bastards. It turns out.
Before we discuss it, I want to try it. Because I read up on this and I'm curious.
Yes. This was recommended by the Trash Panda himself. Oh, yeah.
This is actually from my private stock.
It's slightly green.
A little bit, but hold on. Hold your little...
Okay, because that nose is bringing me a little of that kiln drying barrel note.
A little bit. This is what you do. You put your little face in there.
Mm-hmm.
You get a little sippy sip.
Mmm.
And then how about that finish? You son of a bitch.
That's pretty tasty.
That is...
That's clingy, man.
It's like chat in your mouth.
That
Right in there. Lots of nuts.
How would you know? Are you recalling a scenario? I mean, you guys do work together. So here's the thing. This is from Pembroke, Kentucky. This is Paul and MB Tomazeski. I hope I gave them their name right. They're a craft distillery in Kentucky, which, if you can imagine, that's a tough road to hoe. You've got a state full of world-renowned named brands that date back 100+ years.
Yeah.
And you're starting something new.
So, you and Chad do this. I'm going to find the questions that I lost.
So this is bottle 94 of 188. This is 54%, 54.6. 63% malted barley.
It's Kentucky straight
This is a malt whiskey.
Yes.
This is not a bourbon.
Which is...
That's what... Damn it, that's where that green note is coming from. It's what happens when you get a young barrel and a young malt in the U.S. as you end up with these green pine notes.
But again, it's this, as much as we talk about the green, the pine, the sour note, the funky note, this is subtle compared to a lot of the stuff that's happening.
Compared to what we're trying.
A lot of the stuff that's happening in this class.
And it's
So they
also,
established in, was it 2000?
It's also batch 1, though.
2009.
So this is the first batch that they've released, right?
Of this, yeah.
Of this.
So number 4 char, new barrel, 15% rye, 63 barley, 21% white corn.
You know what this is to me? You know why I like it?
2 years old at least.
Why I like it a lot?
Why do you like it a lot?
This is the really bright notes of, like a Wyoming, almost like a rye, and then the really kind of mid-range notes of like a nutty Westland.
I could get how your mental bandwidth goes to rye.
Yeah. The bright notes of, and again,
It's like a bright vanilla version of the dark coffee Westland.
well, and again, I do get the slightest bit of eucalyptus.
Yeah, me too.
I get eucalyptus.
But I think
Yeah, I
that
get
eucalyptus comes from the barrels.
Whatever. Eucalyptus, those are the bright notes, and then it's a little sprinkle, a little dancey there. And then the mid-range notes of this really nice nuttiness, almost like a light chocolate.
Yeah. To me, like a dusty chocolate. To me, it's in the same wheelhouse as, not as good, but as Westland and the Deer Hammer that I brought in actually a few months ago.
Yeah,
Yeah, the Deer Hammer's better.
Let's compare it to
I don't have the Deer Hammer. Rex took, the Chad took it back.
So-
now they did convert an Amish dairy into a distillery,
Okay.
and they have an event called Pickin' on the Porch, a music event, which I kind of want to go check out.
Oh, like guitar.
Yeah.
Picking.
Yeah. Woohoo! I think, yeah, totally.
You got a pretty mouth. Let's get some questions
And it
here.
has a thing here called the Scholar's Seal that I'm interested
Hundreds of questions. Randomly chose Chad Carpenter. Why do you never...
Oh god.
Did you pick this shit at random?
It wasn't random. I watched him.
It was random.
It was.
There's
It
hundreds
was.
of comments. And it was Chad Carpenter again. Why do you never respond to my pics, Rex? Again. And Chad cut this from the last answer. I answered this last time. He cut it. It's because I thought it was a Vienna sausage.
Hopefully it plays better this time.
Well, you played amazingly well. That was a very questionable editing
It was
decision
a little flattened.
by the Trash Panda. I swear. Random question. Here we go. Moose Allen, will you guys be looking for help when the distillery opens? We have help. We got a couple of people, 3 actually, between the Emma and the Jake and the Deb,
Yep.
that are helping us fill in the gaps there. But
we're gonna need more for the opening.
with a name like Moose,
Yeah, dude. I would hire somebody just to be able to be like, I got a guy. His name's Moose.
right? Let's do.
We got Moose and Burley in here.
Yeah, dude.
You got
We
the
need
trifecta.
Burley to
Yeah.
move to Austin and be our guy.
He's there. I got a mead guy.
Dude, I just need it.
He also runs security. This is Gavin Elliott. What made you want to become the Somm?
It was actually Rex that called me the Somm. I didn't really want to become the Somm.
Yeah, you wanted a flat, unsuccessful channel.
No, I nerd out about anything I'm interested in. So if I find something fascinating, I can't help but study it, research it, and put it on a spreadsheet.
Which is really what the people want. It's really, there's that visceral connection to
That's why we didn't get successful.
mass audience and spreadsheets.
That's why we didn't get successful until Rex got involved. Because I was like, because I would have spent like 8 minutes on an episode, I'd be like, have you guys seen this Excel shortcut? It turns out if you use these 5 keys and you click them, then it does all these extra little things in the background.
All right, Chad.
You
How
know about.
how did you come across this bottle? Because this
So-
is
How
random.
is this a day of Chad week?
Yeah, well, because
It doesn't feel like- okay, so
because
here's the
number
thing.
one. I'm skipping the line.
No, hang on.
Skipping the line.
Monday, I
Yeah.
was drinking fish sauce.
Right.
Right.
and pickles?
Tuesday was kind of fun. I was blending.
Right.
You know, Wheel of Chance, that's kind of fun. This is just a normal, let's drink some whiskey day.
Well, I got a good.
Did you
explanation.
run out of steam?
Well, I had a temperature of 104 yesterday. And throughout the weekend. So, you know, this
So,
is,
wait.
I brought this in.
Should you
you-
be standing here?
Are you diseased?
Yeah, we're good now. We're good.
I mean,
Are you totally sure?
You're always
He
operating at
did
about.
say I shouldn't drink any alcohol for
You're-
at least a week, but
So I'd say Chad is always operating at
Should be
about
alright.
20% diseased.
yeah, that sounds about right.
It's like
Are you
it's
more?
like one of those. It's like an armadillo where it's like they're all fine, but they carry things like leprosy.
They're no more sick than they usually are.
Trash pandas are known to carry disease. It's true.
It's like the Mr. Burns. He has so many diseases that they
Totally.
just keep him alive.
Yeah, that's right. You're the Mr. Burns.
Of the whiskey vault. Chad.
So what else are we doing here then?
Yeah. So what do you want to compare this to, Chad?
Well, I mean, really, the only comparison that we have in the vault
Westland.
is the Westland.
Okay. We'll do West. We'll do this.
Yeah.
All right, but this is nothing like Westland.
Look.
No. Bull-
So
Disagree.
he's gonna disagree because he has so staunchly taken a position before he was informed. This has the very similar nutty finish.
No.
Very similar nutty finish.
No.
Yes,
You're
it
wrong. So here's the thing.
Either one.
I think of Guinness and Boddington's as the same category of beer. Every beer drinker I know says you're an idiot for considering Boddington's and Guinness as the same category of beer. And it's because there's this one ingredient that they have inconsistency, which is that they're nitrous, right? They're that smooth, creamy, rich. And
You
so
put that
I
in
think
anything.
I think of Boddington's as vanilla Guinness,
Okay.
right? I feel like that's what you guys are saying about MB.
It's the nutty
like
finish.
dude, these are not even in the same category.
Nutty
On the nose-
finish.
on the nose, I would agree.
Nutty finish.
The Westland is far more fruity. You get a lot of
Yeah,
a lot
this
more
is
fruit notes.
this is all pine wood
However,
dominant. The Westland's fruit
give
and
it a
coffee.
taste. It has that powdery chocolate note to it.
Let's do one more random.
No. That's they're not even close. Not even close. Your subjective opinion is wrong.
Well, it's been a while. That's true. That's true.
Your subjective reality.
Objectively.
Yeah, your
incorrect.
subjective reality is objectively incorrect.
Daniel, can you use roast? This is Jonathan Moat Southwick. Can you use roasted corn in a mash recipe?
Yeah.
And how do you think it would change the flavor?
I have no idea, but you absolutely could if you wanted to.
Doesn't Balcones use a roasted blue corn?
There's somebody that does some roasted
No, they
corn.
just use a blue corn. There's someone else that does roasted.
Which one is this
Had one
here?
recently.
What do I have
I
here?
think we
That's
reviewed
the
it.
Westland, I believe. I got to tell you, they're not as similar as I remembered. It's been a while since I've had Westland.
This is...
Whatever.
But there is.
So Chad is abandoning me.
Yeah, he's leaving right.
No.
Abandoning
out on the
me.
skinny end of the limb.
There's a note at the end.
That's what I've been saying the whole time. Nutty finish.
Nutty finish.
No.
Nutty finish.
Daniel, when's the last time
No.
you had a nut finish down your gullet? It's about time you were reminded.
It's been about an hour and a half.
Okay. All right, here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight, may you fight for a friend.
If you steal, may you steal a lover's heart.
If you drink,
May you drink with us.
Hey, thanks for hanging out with us in the Whiskey Vault. Don't forget to throw in a like, hit that subscribe button on the bottom right, and drop a question or comment down below.